And welcome. Look, just because I think it's the most fabulous thing ever. Here's a little bit of this. Well, you may find out that it's not quite in store yet, actually. Maybe a little bit premature. The reason it's not quite in store is there's such an amazing collection, and Standing for Women members will get the first dibs on buying anything. So, anyway, okay. So, oh, what a lovely mug! Oh my God, it's so lovely. A Posies, you say? Hmm. Tomato soup with crowns, not stars. Interesting. Where'd you say you copied it from? Oh, Andy Warhol. Anyway, if you would like to capitalize on this wonderful mug, it is a beautiful mug. It's a lovely parody of Campbell's soup. Have you heard of it? Campbell's soup think it's appropriate to take my little bit of stealing back the bullying from a man that poured soup over my head. Campbell's have decided what's appropriate. Even that little thing here. I can't do it. Here. That. Even this little graphic here, Campbell's Soup think they can stop me using it. It's a parody, kids. It's a pastiche. It's a parody. And we have fair use. So go kiss my posterior. Toodaloo. So yeah. So it's just like just a little bit. So TFL did the same with my misogyny present. They thought they could do it. So I'm going to bring those back because I really feel like saying F you to all of these people that think they can bully me. It's been happening ever since I started. By the way, if you are thinking, I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if you can work out what it is, but I'm going to share it with you. Oh my gosh, look at that. Let me just do that. So it's a witch. How great is that? You are so lucky. Anyway, that'll be in store on Saturday morning for the general public, but for everybody else, for members of Standing for Women, for paid members of Standing for Women, you get the member benefit of getting first dibs. By the way, these are £7.50 at the moment. This is a TERF scale with a tiny tin of soup. Apparently, that also was not to the liking of Campbell's Soup. And the person who emailed me had she, her in her pronouns. So I think we know why I was emailed. Anyway, TFL did the same. They had pronouns in their email too, and somebody from the NHS. So I'm going to just do it all because when they did it, I had no idea what my rights were. Well, I know my rights. And actually, fair use is fair use. And it's fair to make a political or a campaigning statement using the NHS, which we all own. So using the NHS logo, it's perfectly reasonable to use it to make a political statement. The same as TFL. The same as like the station thing. And you can do that as long as it's fair use. Now, it's not the same as my T-shirt. So if somebody sells my T-shirts that's a copy, which happens to me frequently because I'm phenomenal, and my designs are great. If that happens, that isn't fair use. So, yeah. So that's how copyright works. I've looked into it a lot. I actually own the design intellectual property rights to this particular pin. Isn't that exciting? So the sliding pin in the UK, that's mine. That belongs to me. So when it comes to Campbell's Soup, let me just tell you some other facts that I found out. Number one, 23 million research results for Campbell soup parody. So there's 23 million images of Campbell soup parody, including the likes of things like Campbell's. So it says Campbell's cream of cum soup or cream of sperm soup. So that's, you know, what can I say? They haven't stopped them. Why, pray tell, would Campbell's want to stop me from using their widely recognized design, which is the nature of why you can parody something and it conveys meaning all on its own just by having that particular red and white tells everybody it's a tin of soup. That's why the joke is funny. You don't really need anything else. That is why it's easy to parody. That's why I haven't had to use things like Campbell's. I haven't had to use their gold medallion. I haven't used the stars. I've simply copied Andy Warhol's copy of Campbell's soup, and Campbell's soup wrote to Andy Warhol, I think in about 1964, and said that they liked his design and they couldn't afford his art. So that's what it is. So this is an anti-woman. This is a how dare you, you uppity woman. That's what this is. That's what it was from TfL. That's what it was from the NHS. That's what it is time and time again. I'm just going to remind you right now of the other companies that have decided that saying a woman is an adult human female is something that they can't endorse. So that's Awesome Merchandise, Hello Print. They won't print anything that I send them, including the dictionary definition of the word woman. I'm not allowed to sign a petition on change.org. I am not allowed to have a platform on Patreon. I had a Give Butter crowdfunder when I was in the United States of America. And one of the reasons I couldn't use Let Women Speak is another group of women under the name of had used the name Let Women Speak to fundraise for my tour that I never saw the money for. So then Give Butter banned me, but that wasn't because those women who were using Let Women Speak to fund themselves. And then those same women decided to tell people that they'd had out of pocket expenses, but they'd raised about $10,000 in this particular Let Women Speak, Give Butter fundraising thing that I've never talked about before. Then I'm not allowed to, where else am I? I'm not allowed to sell things through Teespring. So that prevented me from selling through YouTube. I'm not allowed to collect any money on YouTube whatsoever. I'm completely demonetized. Facebook won't let me have a shop. Instagram won't let me have a shop. TikTok are being very weird about me having a shop. Who else prevents me? Prime Site, and another company, I can't remember who, billboard company, won't put up my billboards. In fact, Edinburgh bus company wouldn't put the dictionary definition of woman on the side of a bus. I mean, it just goes on. Like, I'm not saying that I'm cancelled because I'm talking to you right now, but it pretty much bloody feels like it. I'm being prevented time and time again from raising money to further this cause. Time and time again. So the easiest way for me to actually fund this is through things like this. And you can actually buy these stickers in the UK store at the moment. And then finally, you can get yourself, I mean, how nice is that? Like, seriously. Why won't you stay? Oh, because I'm moving my arm. So this is the Diamante Witch. But it's it's quite a lot some days to think about that I literally 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago, I was just thinking about what can I do to stop this insane nuttery. And I've known about this since 2015 and seriously since 2016. And then 2018, I started doing something about it. Well, actually, 2017, I was reported to the police. And then the police got in touch with me, and then I was interviewed by the police. So I've been at this a long time, and it's absolutely unfathomable and just incredible some days to think how utterly hard everybody works against us. Like, could you imagine not being able to use certain I'm banned from Mumsnet. not being able to use certain platforms because you refuse to go along with the language switch. Like, really? It's just absolutely mad. Um, I just it's just crazy. I've been interviewed by the police on 3 occasions. I've been arrested once. I've had the police at my door for being untoward about paedophile, and I literally am just a woman who decided to say no and started selling T-shirts. And I'm pretty damn good at what I do. And because of that, because I try to create environments where women can speak, I get properly libeled by leading politicians in other parts of the world. People leading politicians in other parts of the world. The chair of Women's Aid, in Ireland, sorry, not Northern Ireland, excuse me, but in Ireland, the chair of Women's Aid, a domestic violence charity, yesterday told her followers to come and protest women speaking. I mean, how utterly nuts is this? So, what can you do about it? I am merely David, and we are fighting Goliath everywhere. Like, whether it's the NHS telling me that I can't sell stickers with the NHS on, whether it's TFL, whether it's Campbell's Soup, which is a company that gets revenue of over 7 billion, I understand, per year. Whether it's these giants, or whether it's the government, or whether it's the police, or whether it's the banks, or um, whoever it is trying to silence us, we are mere Davids. And all I say to you is, I promise that when you become the billboard and you fund this campaign, that really is one of the best antidotes to the madness. When you fund this campaign, when you break the silence throughout the globe, when you enable women who otherwise cannot speak to break the silence, then that is such a vital, important thing. And do you know how you do it? You have to just get yourself a mug. You have to just wear a witch t-shirt. You have to just get some stickers. Like, there is such a wide range of things. You have to take a pen to work. You have to wear a little badge on your lapel. And the cheapest badge in the store today is the TERF scale badge with a little can of soup that goes up. Are you zero to hero? So that's what I'm recommending to you. It's not particularly difficult. It will make a difference. I promise you that all the profits just go straight back in to making sure that I can continue to do this, that we can go to Ireland and have an event. And I'm promising you, organizing these events is not like, oh, hi, we're going to come to Ireland. Let's just rock up. They take weeks of planning and a really incredible team planning these events, making sure that people can be as safe as possible, liaising with local police. I have to liaise with my security, also liaise with local police, and I can tell you all about that after the event. But that's what we're talking about. We're talking about creating space in which people can speak, and I really hope that you see the value in it. Anyway, if you want to see the preview, you have to be part of Standing for Women. We will be releasing it tonight. It's likely to be later than 7 o'clock. So if you can turn up and be counted, then I promise we will win. If you can be the billboard, creating conversations of your own, then I promise we will win. And do you know why else we're going to win? Because I never lose.